And welcome on track 2. We are getting ready for the game between Argentina and Denmark. My name is Whippin' Red Siren.
I'm Captain Motorboater.
And I will give you the roster for Team Argentina. Skating under number 0207, Sosa. 08, Pibe. 087, Lea. Number 10, Chispa. Number 12, Cruz. 1618, Mingo. 20, Party Boy. 22, Optimus Quad. 26, Vasquez. 28, Sanchez. Number 3, Victor. Number 4, Nicolas Bergaccio. And number 420, Morza. Number 44, Cuchichito Moreno. Number 510, Arturo Orgas. And Argentina is playing in the white with blue accents.
And I've got Team Denmark, also known as Denmark. A little bit lighter on the roster side for Denmark. 008 Misdemeanor. 113 Raven Roller. 114 Knit and Run. Number 2 Turing Pest. 211 is Nurgle. 22 Rat Attack. 260 Strumbart. 416 Waste of Time. Number 5 Carmageddon. And 667 Unnecessary Evil round out the squad for Denmark.
And this is, of course, the last game of this first day of the Men's Roller Derby World Cup. And on track 1, the last game just started 15 minutes ago. Both teams seem ready to get started.
Let's make sure we've got our officials notified here. Down in Jersey, Purple Rain, Apocalypse Pow, Corpus Crispy, Minerva Gonfall, Esed Satu, Cariva, Der Prolonde Pobel, Animal, Beth Case Scenario, Migmag Tigris, and Dodge Charger. An extra in there to make it extra
Charger,
special. Yeah. For anybody who knows those folks and if I butchered their name,
yeah.
I meant to do it.
A couple.
It was on purpose.
Yes.
They're only officials. Just kidding, folks.
We are very respectful.
We love the
towards
officials.
Our officials, because we would not be able to watch these games without them as the volunteers getting this event on the road for the first day, last game.
If you've never had an opportunity to attend any of the World Cups, men's or women's, it is quite an undertaking to get this many countries together, to get this many volunteers together, to get the appropriate equipment and time and space and everything. And the undertaking is unbelievable. And we cannot thank all of the volunteers enough for the work that they've done to make this roller derby World Cup for the men outstanding.
And of course, because of so many teams, this first round consists of only 30-minute games. And to get everybody playing in that first round in the first 2 days, that it's done.
We're off and running and quickly out to the lead jam for Denmark, Turing Pest. G-Spa able to get the initial pass completed for Argentina. Turing Pest bumped off the track on the inside of the line after tapping and calling. No points awarded to either side. A double shutout, jam number 1.
And next up, jamming Cruz for Argentina and Sturmbart for Denmark.
I'm going to let you say that name every time because you were going to say it way cooler than I do.
Well, I will try my best to do the thing. And we are on with the second jam with Cruz on the outside turn there, passing Misdemeanor, last line of defense for Denmark, lead jammer for Argentina.
On that block, it looked like there was going to be a low block penalty. but nothing was assessed, and Cruz able to maintain track position and get into a scoring opportunity now for Argentina.
And it's hard to see for us in that corner because officials are in our view, but everybody's still in the pack. Now Cruz almost out in that first scoring pass, putting 5 points on the board. First points.
Rat Attack did a nice job there of trying to slow down Cruz. Last man standing, but Cruz able to get around that last block, picking up 5 points on the jam. There's a quick pass the outside by Cruz, another 5 points.
And with Denmark, that pretty wide tripod, it's pretty easy for the jammer to get in that center and almost force a multiplayer block there. And he's kind of patiently waiting for them to open up. Cruz around for another scoring pass. Sturmbot pulled back to turn 2, has to enter the pack again. Whistle blown. A forearm penalty called on unnecessary evil for Denmark. Nice little nudge there by Misdemeanor, pushing Cruz over that inside line and forcing that call off.
Good jam for Cruz, able to put 19 points up on the board for Argentina. Getting the scoring started in this contest. That was the first jam was held scoreless on both sides. Knit and run set on the jam line for Denmark, taking on Vasquez. As the whistle blows, Vasquez tries to peek outside, gets bumped off quickly by Rat Attack. Knit and run, not successful in pushing the 3-wall to the center, and now gets pushed to the inside. Vasquez, lead jammer for Argentina. Five in the sky for Argentina. And as this game wears on, it's going to be obvious to almost everybody watching that the short bench for Denmark is going to become an issue, as it is the last game of the day. And if they get any sort of penalty trouble, remember only 5 penalties allowed per skater in these 30-minute abbreviated contests. Eight points by Vasquez on that jam. 27 points for Argentina so far.
And Denmark was not able to finish that initial pass in this jam.
We'll see if Turing Pest has a little bit better time of things. Able to get lead jam in this first time out. Taking on Pibe. Pibe, one of the, who probably was the star of the last men's roller derby World Cup. Standout jammer for Argentina, fan favorite. Explosive skater with incredible ability.
Oh, look at that.
As you can see, with that type of ability to miss players.
Yeah, find the openings. Quick direction changes. And Turing Pest for a cut track to the penalty box. The cheese balls bearings penalty box.
So Pibe on the power jam for Argentina. Slips and falls and then gets pancaked.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck there.
And then the low block penalty against Pibe, who does not agree with that at all.
So we have no jammers on track for this moment. And there will be a...
Pibe hits the penalty box, the cheese ball bearings penalty box, and out comes Turing Pest.
Carmageddon in the front, trying to open that wall from Argentinian blockers. And Argentina quick to reset in front of him.
Nurgle looked like he was going to jump in for an offensive block, but didn't want to get out of play, so he had to slip back, and that did not help Turing Pest. P-Bay spent his time in the box and now back on the track, flying around as usual. Very low center of gravity. Getting bounced back, probably going to be a direction to play block, and I believe they had, yep, there it goes. When you look like you have an opportunity to put a body on P-Bay, you do it regardless of direction.
Yeah, you could definitely see that happening, yeah. I got you now. Yeah, but the wrong direction.
Yeah, P-Bay is not the largest skater you're going to see on the track, and here, you see right here, putting moves on the skaters, and they think they've got a shot, but he's so slippery, able to avoid contact, which when you're going to be the smallest skater on the track, you want to...
That height differential, he's very aware of how to use that. Yeah. Number 10, Chispa for Argentina, and number 260, Stormbart for Denmark. Chispa out as lead jammer for Argentina.
Chispa had plenty of room on the inside to navigate without too much contact. Jumps out to lead jam, and now it's scoring opportunity once again for Argentina. What seems to be consistent, the last man to beat there, number 22, Rat Attack. But Chispa able to solve that single blocker attack and put 5 points on the board.
Stormbart, in the meantime, still stuck in that pack, and that pack is going around and resetting in front of him all the time. Now he takes off the helmet cover for a possible star pass. He is now out in the front with 2 blockers still to pass, and Chispa around for another scoring pass.
Yeah, it was almost a position there where it looked like Denmark was going to pull Argentina into an out of play, but they caught up to the pack, unfortunately, and eliminated that possibility, making Stormbart basically unable to get that pass completed. And with no pivot on the track, star pass is, oh, sorry. There was Rat Attack up front. I didn't see him, but now so far away from any star pass possibility. G-Spa is going to continue to put points on the board for Argentina. Multiplayer block on Argentina. Slight advantage now for Denmark.
Oh, and staying in bounds there. Chispa just turned around, but with his feet still in bounds. He just takes a breather there on his one knee.
He took a knee and took his time. I thought the national anthem for the United States was playing.
$30 for Argentina, highest scoring jam at this point. Denmark stuck at 0 points.
I think we were calling it love, like in tennis.
Yeah, love.
Yeah, instead of 0. It just sounds nicer.
It does sound a lot nicer.
77 love, Argentina over Denmark at the 20-minute mark. Jam number 6 on tap. Cruz jamming for Argentina.
Knit and run.
Knit and run. Number 114 in your program. You probably don't have a program though, because you're at home, not here with us in beautiful Barcelona.
And Cruz finishing his first scoring pass, putting 5 points on the board for Argentina.
Knit and run tried to go airborne on the front stretch, but Victor ejected him to the outside.
Literally, ooh, that looks like a back block actually on Cruz. He was grabbing his face though. Probably secondary contact from the hit.
I don't know if you noticed, and it's taken off now, but Knit and run, when he had the starred helmet cover on, it was actually inside out. You couldn't see the star. I wonder if we can get a replay of that as he took it off. Bodies flying all over turn 4. Knit and run. Putting the star back on his head, right direction this time so you can see it. Flying around the track, Cruz.
Oh.
10 points and another 5. Let's call it 15 on the jam so far.
And just a 1 foot 360 there to get out of that last line of defense.
Just a 1 foot 360.
Yeah. 19 points in this jam for Argentina. It looks a bit scrappy at this point. Everybody is trying to do too much.
It's loose. It's wild. Argentina's playing with a lot of speed and a lot of precision in the way that they're skating. And Denmark's trying to stay organized, but they're having trouble adapting.
Yeah.
I don't think they've quite put a finger on how they want a game plan against what is just a much more athletic group of skaters.
Definitely. And touring past with the jammer cover in hand, now trying to pass the blockers from Argentina. Pibe, in the meantime, going around for the second scoring pass.
Star pass now completed. Your jammer on record, number 260, Studenbart.
Yeah, that was pretty good pronunciation.
Hey.
Studenbart.
All my friends back in Denmark, if you can send a tweet and let me know I've done well. If I haven't, my name is G.I. Jones.
Yeah, just kidding. G.I. Joe is at this moment doing the house call.
He was doing the house call, and he's probably killing it. I can't hear him because I have these things on my ears that make me hear you,
and he
which
can't
is
hear us.
Way better.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we have a team timeout called by Denmark, and in these half-hour games, the clock does not stop for anything.
Nope.
So also not for this team timeout. They are allowed to call team timeout until the last 2 minutes of the game. Then it's not allowed anymore. And we're not there yet. We're almost halfway this game. 16 minutes still left on the clock. That probably means that we will see a switch for the jam timer, the jam refs and the scorekeepers. Because they do switch to make it even.
You know, Denmark with the 0 on the scoreboard right now, or love as we're calling it, has had lead jam twice in this contest, unable to put points on the board. So the opportunities have been there, they just haven't been able to capitalize. Or you could look at it as Argentina has been so stiff in their defense that they just haven't allowed it. Either way, we know that they can get off the schneid and put some points on the board because they have the ability. They just got to make it work.
Vasquez jamming now for Argentina. He hasn't jammed yet, has he? First jam for Vasquez. And he's doing pretty well. Oh, now cut track though.
Never praise them. As soon as you praise them, they will do something terrible, like commit a crime against the rules.
So Denmark now in the advantage of a power jam. With the star in hand, touring past all the way back to turn 1 here. And Denmark was trying to keep one Argentinian blocker in the front. A forward goat, also called. And a hard hit there on that forward goat.
Yeah, Nurgle laid the wood to the goat, as it would be. But it looks like he's going to pay for his transgression and go to the penalty box. A 5-point pass there by number 26, Vasquez.
And the advantage of being the only jammer on track is over for Denmark. And since there is no lead in this jam anymore, after that trip to the penalty box, it's a 2-minute jam. This is potentially points for Denmark.
we could talk about the challenge there that Denmark had. Once again, had an opportunity to put points on the board with a power jam, but they hadn't decided how they wanted to attack it. They were looking at doing a star stash. They re-looked at that challenge. They decided that they were going to go straight forward, and all that time, they weren't able to get the points on the board that they were looking for and take advantage of that. Now, through all the time spent on that jam, they weren't able to get 4 points on the board.
Let me just tell you, Bruce Skate News, thank you for sponsoring this event. Bruised skate straps. Skates just don't quite feel right. Don't let foot or heel slippage mess with your game. The wrap around your boot and plate strap keeps your feet in place.
Knit and run jamming for Denmark. G-Spa jamming for Argentina with lead jam. G-Spa was the first jammer of the contest for Argentina. Didn't get lead jam then, but has gotten it every time since.
Blockers in turn 2 trying to create enough chaos, and Argentina is successful getting G-Spa out for another 5 points on the board.
G-Spa inside, then out. Gets through to put 5 on the board, realizes a star pass happens right in front of him, calls it off.
But he gets an out of play call, so he is not the jammer. And I think he was hiding. And you cannot hide the star anymore with the new rule set. It has to be visible. And I was already looking at it, so I don't know if that's why it was not a successful star pass, or he was not considered the jammer. Yeah, I don't know if that was the reason.
It's an official. The officials are taking a timeout, so they might have a conversation about, was the star visible? Was it not visible? Was there a warning?
Yeah, because that also means, is he sitting down as a jammer in the penalty box now, and should they not feel the jammer, or should they feel the jammer? And it should have been warned first by the referee that the helmet cover should be visible.
What I can tell you, though, from my observation is these conversations from the officials appear to be score-driven and not penalty-driven. So it looks to me like whatever that decision was regarding the star and its stashed situation is going to...
The penalty was out of play. So it was a failed star pass, so the original jammer is now sitting down in the penalty box for that failed star pass. And that means that this jam will start with Cruz as the only jammer on track.
We'll see if we can get a glimpse of that star pass.
That is weird. It's weird that the jammer is standing in the box. So they may just be waiting to get a decision. Oh, he is considered... No, the pivot is now going to the penalty box. That should mean that...
So what we have discovered through the officials is that there was an exchange and a communication in the box between the pivot and the jammer, and then a leaving the box early without permission. So all the appropriate penalties were delivered to Denmark through all that chaos.
And with the jammer for Argentina going to the penalty box in their initial pass, it's now a lead jammer for Denmark. Knit and run.
Knit and run.
It's been a while since they were lead. lead 3, jam 3 was the other one, and we are in jam 10 right now. Oh, that was perfect view for that apex jump. He was jumping straight at us. So no points awarded though.
There should be at least like a judge's ruling where you get like a half or a full style point for landing that, even if it is after the 4th whistle, because it just looks really cool.
5 points added to Denmark's score though.
Second time they were able to put points on the board in this contest. Let's see if they've started the momentum switch. Stukenbart on the jam line for Denmark.
And Vasquez for Argentina out as lead, while Argentina is having people in the box. 2 blockers. No, I'm confused. I can't really see the box from here, so
no,
sorry for that.
Only one Argentinian blocker, but it seems like all of Denmark is in the box.
Yeah. 1 blocker for Denmark on the track, 1 now coming back from the penalty box. And Vasquez jamming. And the jammer for Denmark is also on track, but still in the initial pass. Now able, nope. Last line of defense.
Picked him off.
Sanchez pushing just enough to put Sturmbart over that inside line. Has to return all the way to the back of the pack. Vasquez at this moment, a cut track penalty for Argentina. This is now a power jam for Denmark. But still in the initial pass, has to get out the pack first. 3 passes for Argentina in this jam.
And I haven't seen Denmark attempt a star pass to Carmageddon. I don't think he's the style of player that they're looking to attempt jamming. So it's up to Studenbart on this to even try to salvage a point or 2.
Yeah, I know a little bit about the Danish team, and I think they just really haven't had the chance to practice it that much. I know as a jammer, I am a jammer myself. I know as a jammer, if you don't practice it, you don't do it. And star passes is one of those things you really have to practice it to be able to do it, because otherwise your mind is just not focused on doing it. You just, I gotta get out, I gotta get out, I gotta fight. 15 points in that jam for Argentina. Next jam, Pibe and Touring Pest with 3 blockers each on track.
So Touring Pest, one of only 2 jammers on Denmark to be able to get lead jam, knit and run being the other. Let's see if that same success that he's had once before can come to fruition again. But the unstoppable Pibe.
He didn't take it off, he lost it.
Pibe lost his star. It is on the ground, so not lead jammer.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What are they doing? But that would, I think...
Pivot cover and star cover on the ground. They keep popping off. Argentina all of a sudden having equipment malfunctions everywhere, but it's not going to affect Pibe, who not in lead jam position is still scoring points, putting up a 4. Now a 5. 9 points on a jam where Pibe is not lead jammer. Still in position for Denmark to get lead, but I think they might have actually done a star pass.
So no lead
so no lead jam. We'll go the full 2 minutes. Now the jammer on record for Denmark. Number 416, waste of time. And
with the loose lace.
And waste of time with an equipment malfunction. Skate lace has come undone.
This is the jam of malfunction.
It is. Let's hope we don't have any other malfunctions that cause us have to go to black screen.
Yeah, because with that loose lace, it's pretty dangerous.
It is dangerous. And
just push it in your shoe, please. Oh, I cannot watch this. Okay, another 5 points. This is becoming one of the higher scoring jams for Argentina.
Look at Pibe
Yeah.
with the lateral move, jump cut to get to the outside, avoid all contact, and get 4 points for it.
32 points in this jam. It's not the highest scoring jam even.
If we're going to show a replay, I sure hope they show that one, because that jump cut to the outside was unbelievable.
It looks so easy.
If you are superhuman.
2 points for Denmark, though. Now at 11 against 183 for Argentina.
Does that make waste of time the second highest scoring skater for Denmark? Maybe third highest. I think he was.
2 points.
Yeah.
11 points.
I was going to get real pumped up for all the fans of wasted time out there in Denmark. There's a 5-point pass by number 10, Chispa, for Argentina.
Both teams losing blockers to the penalty box. The Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box, I should say. To thank Cheese Balls for sponsoring. And Chispa around for third scoring pass.
G-spot in the middle, squeaks to the outside, right past Ratatak for another scoring pass. We'll call that 5 points. Now room on the outside and some offensive help by number 20, Party Boy.
Look at that lean, wow. Oh, he wears my number, so maybe that will rub off on me.
I thought it was the other way around. You've inspired.
So Star still on knit and run. Sorry,
Knit and run.
I had to look at the list to see the name actually. Chispa on the outside with one hand out of bounds. You are still considered inbounds, upright and skating. So very smart jamming there. Oh, knit and run, just trying to reset himself behind number 3, Victor. Another one hand out of bounds there by Chispa. But I do think a little part from his hip maybe touched the floor, but he was safe. 1 minute left on the clock. So potentially the last jam.
Oh, look at the lean on that. Great move by Chispa. And a nice block by number 20, like I mentioned before.
Look, yeah, that is the lean.
Party Boy gave enough, slowed down Ratatak just enough, and then the lean, the style points.
Style points, yep. Oh, everybody falls down in turn 2 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 2. Oh my goodness.
Number 22, who was that on Argentina? There you are, Optimus Quad. That was the direction of gameplay penalty, 30 seconds in the box. And then a track cut. Cruz does not agree.
Oh.
And an insubordination because he did not agree.
Not leaving the track.
Not leaving the track in time.
So this is a power jam for Denmark with 2-on-2 blockers on track.
I used the wrong hand signal from the wrong rule set. That used to be the insubordination. Now it's
points. 5 points for Denmark. And first getting a little bit of advantage with the blocker returning from the penalty Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box is Argentina. But those two blockers are able to keep Touring Pest busy. Now has 3 blockers to pass.
Optimus Quad doing a nice little clinic of one-on-one blocking.
Now the whole penalty box empty.
Touring Pest, nice move on the outside, but then the quick recycle by Optimus Quad back to the front.
25 seconds left in. Ooh, that was a hard hit by number 12, Cruz, the jammer for Argentina, but still considered legal. So out for another 5 points. And Argentina now pulling touring pass back all the way to the pivot line, end signal of this jam, end signal of this game.
Don't go away, Derby fans, because when we get done with this, we're going to have a little special called Official Review, quote, end quote. The best bits of the hashtag MRD, MRD today. Roller derby. What are we playing? I don't even know what the score is anymore.
Men's roller derby.
Right after this game, the Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2018 is going to have highlights, the standings, replays of the best parts of the contests of all the games that you've seen so far, not just the one we watched today. So stick around. It's coming right up. But your official final score, ladies and gentlemen, Argentina 231, Denmark 21. I want to thank you for watching Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2018. I am going to leave you as Captain Motorboater.
And I'm saying good night to you. Whippin' the Red Siren is my name. We'll see you tomorrow for day 2.